Hi, I hope you're doing well. These videos were taken on November 1st, 2023. This is off the Ventura, California coastline. This is the Anacapa Arch, Anacapa Island in Ventura. You can see the sunlight through that arch. That arch is 40 feet tall, and we'll get more into the particulars here. But you can see my camera height was 24 feet. There should be 99 feet of curvature drop, and it should be hidden. And here's a picture of the actual arch, and this is me on the beach, and now at a 10-foot camera height, and you can still see the sunlight through the arch. There's a much more atmospheric compression because I'm lower to the ground, but you can still see the sunlight there. It's just kind of compressed, but there it is. There's the sunlight again at a 10-foot height. And we'll take a look at the curvature drop that should be in this area. It should be much below the horizon, but there it is. This is an impossible video if the ocean was curving, and we'll get more into all the details here. It's a 10-foot camera height. Should be 137 feet of curvature drop. November 1st, 2023. I'm at Ventura Pier, California. The 10-foot observer height. There's a 6-foot rise from the water line to this sand, and I've got a 4-foot camera height. That's the Oxnard Mandalay Bay power generation station. This is Ventura Harbor. You can see the waves crashing on the opposite shore. It's a big tanker. There's a buoy. That's the V2 whistle buoy from Ventura. And what do you know, the horizon is far behind that buoy. And you can see the break wall of Channel Islands Harbor. It's been warm offshore breezes, which has kind of dried out the ocean air. It's about 70 degrees, very clear. Now the shoreline is 9 miles away. Look right at the shoreline. You can see that post right where the birds are flying by. That post is the beacon light at the entrance to Channel Islands Harbor, which is 9 miles away. And you can clearly see the pole kind of behind the sand there. And that ship is coming out of Channel Islands Harbor. And that again, that's 9 miles away, and it's right along the water line. You can see the whole boat. And there is there's the beacon lights, both of them, and you can see the buoy right in line. You can see the break wall is substantially higher, just as you would predict if the water was flat. And that buoy's about 2.5 miles from this perspective, and that rock wall is 9 miles away. So there should be 17 feet of curvature drop in this area, but it's fully visible. That rock wall is about 10 feet tall, and that buoy, again, is about 2.5 miles away. And I think that we'll look at the exacts, but I think the horizon should be about 5 miles, and everything below it or past it should be below the horizon. But that rock wall is fully in view, 9 miles away. Just beautiful. It's exactly what you would predict, looking over a flat water surface. And of course, water's flat. It makes all the sense in the world, and that's what all of our senses and our understandings inherently, we know that water lays flat. We say the oceans must curve because we were told in 4th grade, but we were lied to. And here it is. Here's the waves crashing, 8 or 9 miles away, and you can see them clearly. So a lot of people say that you should be able to see the waves crashing. Well, there they are. We're looking basically parallel down the coastline, and there it is all the way. Now this is back. That's the power generation station that I just looked at, and then as we kind of pan over, you get over to Channel Islands Harbor. Ventura Harbor, and we'll see the whole shoreline. And so this is going from my perspective to 9 miles away is where that rock wall is. There's the boats. Those boats are 9 miles away. Those boats should be far below, 17 feet below the horizon, but that boat's going behind the break wall, so that's further than 9 miles away. And then this closer wall here, this is Ventura Harbor, and you can see the shoreline along here. That's the break wall of Ventura Harbor. Here's Ventura Harbor. Here's the buildings and the marina. You'll be able to see all of the boat masts coming up here. There they are. There's a boat mast right there. Look at that. There they are. So all the way along the shoreline is exactly what you would predict to see if the water laid flat. So we're looking all the way down the coastline up to 9 miles, and then in the other direction on the same day, I'm looking 18.26 miles across the ocean to the Anacapa Arch, which is 40 feet tall. That's verified, and it is perfectly in view. You can see the sunlight right through the arch, which is impossible. So anybody that tells you that somehow this magic word refraction that's completely misunderstood by people trying to interpret what they're seeing, basically that they're trying to say that the earth unbends, or that the light somehow bends around the earth and it just appears to be flat. But here it is. There's a boat, and there is the break wall miles behind where it should be below the horizon, and it's much higher, which is exactly what you predict over a flat surface of water. And again, everyone knows that water doesn't bend around things. Water goes into a container, and it finds its level, and it creates a flat surface. Okay, so let's take a look at the distances here. This is Ventura coastline. This small island here is Anacapa Island. If we zoom in, the far east point is Arch Rock. That's what's in the video, okay? That is 18.25 miles from the viewing location, okay, which is Ventura Pier, right here. The one location I was right here, standing on the pier itself, which was a 24-foot camera height. And the second photo I took was about right here on the sand, which is a 10-foot observer height. Now, the other direction is from right here along the shoreline, just parallel with the shoreline. This is Ventura Harbor here, which is 2.25 miles, and you'll see that break wall, and then we can see the waves crashing all the way down this beach in the video. And then if we go all the way down here, this is Channel Islands Harbor, and this is the break wall. And you can zoom in and you can see there's actually a post closer to the beach at the opening of the marina, but you can clearly see the entire break wall, which is because you're looking kind of long ways at this, and that is 9 miles, 9.02 miles to the further point. And again, you could see all the rocks, you could see the light posts, the beacons on both ends, and there it is. And you can see the waves crashing right along the shore here, because we're just absolutely parallel with the shore, and that's like 8.23 miles. And you can see the waves crashing all the way down the shoreline. How is that possible? You know, people like to say, oh, it's refraction, it's going to unbend the earth and it's going to make the earth rise up. Well, you can't have everything perfectly unbend. The refraction happens when it's extremely when there are atmospheric conditions that distort your view. In this case, we can see everything perfectly clearly. Everything's balanced. Everything is perfectly in line with what we would estimate to be if it was a flat surface, with the horizon being rised up behind it. When we see the buoy in Ventura, which that red buoy is right around Ventura Harbor at about 2.5 miles. And then all the way down here, you can see the horizon was much higher at this break wall, and that's 9 miles away. So there you go. It's just amazing, because it's perfectly flat, which is exactly what water does. It's very basic stuff. Just got to get past the unbelief that you know it is what it is. It's water lays flat and it's awesome. Here's the calculation of what the earth should be curving, what the water should be curving over that 9 miles distance to that Channel Islands break wall. There should be 17 feet of curvature drop, and the horizon should be at 3.8 miles. So the geometric horizon should be a cutoff at 3.8 miles, and everything past that should be below the horizon more and more. So the break wall should be 17 feet below the horizon, but there it is. Okay, I'm here at the Channel Islands Harbor. This is the Channel Islands Harbor break wall. Now you can see the rock jetty break wall is about 10 foot tall, and the vertical lights are about 20 feet. And as you saw in the other video, there's one vertical light on each end of the break wall, and there it is. A very clear day. This is November 1st, 2023. I'm taking this on my iPhone. Unfortunately, my battery died on my camera, but these are the waves you saw crashing because of the perspective. The waves don't crash much up here at the harbor because of the break wall, but these are the waves just north of here that you saw in the video. And that light tall building right in the middle of the screen there, that is basically where the Ventura Pier is. That is the I forget the name of it. It's a hotel just at the Ventura Pier. So that's the perspective of where I was viewing from, and you can see the smokestack there. That's the smokestack from the Oxnard Mandalay power generation station. give you an idea of the perspective just from the other direction. Point this out. This is Wikipedia regarding Anacapa Island. We have right here, East Island's most notable natural feature is Arch Rock, a 40-foot high natural bridge. So there it is, 40 feet tall. Verified. Well, thanks for taking the time to do this tour around the Ventura coastline with me, and just wanted to share that with you and show you, all the particulars to kind of verify what we're looking at. But, again, this arch is 18.24 miles away, should be 138 feet below the horizon. So that's like looking through a 138-story building. And somehow people say, oh, refraction lets you see the sunlight right through that arch because it just appears that you can, that the water's flat. But the truth is, the water's flat. So I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you taking the time, and leave a comment. And if you have any other ideas, I'd love to hear from you. And take care. Talk soon.